Hello. So today I'm doing a video on the final episode of Teen Wolf, the series finale, the ending, the last episode ever, because I just watched it 5 seconds ago and I was like, because I was going to do the review after I went to school, but I was like, no, I have to do this review now, so now I'm doing the review. And I will say, I was affected more than I thought I would be by the ending of this episode, because I was like, whatever, but we'll get into that in 5 seconds. Okay, so when the episode begins, we have Scott's narration, and I'm like, but why? Well, firstly, we see Scott in this bed, getting up at some random raggedy hobo shack lookout. And I was like, obvious, ran out of special effects budget is obvious, when they could have literally just went to somewhere outside and really filmed this for real. But anywho, that's not the point. So we have them picking up this random boy, and I'm like, is this one of the fans that they picked to win a prize and be an extra on the show in the last episode? Because who is this? So anyway, so he starts telling him his stupid life story. So he goes back to where we left off in the last episode, which Deucalion getting shot, and all this stupid stuff happens, and Deucalion starts scraping across the ground, and I'm like, I knew it. So then eventually we get to this part, and Deucalion is like, just let me die. My end has come. I lived long enough. And I'm like, really though? Okay. Spoilers in this, by the way. So then moving along, we go to, I think then, yes, after that, either before this or after, either before the hospital, before Gerard calls them. No, it's after, because what happens is Derek and Stiles show up, and I'm like, of course, this is so basic. And I'm pretty sure they showed this scene in, like, the promo for season 6A, I think. Or maybe it was for season 6B, but they already showed this in the promo, so I wasn't that shocked or amazed that they came back. I was like, woo, yay, nobody cares. So anyways, Stiles and Derek come back and try to help them. And when they're done fighting off Monroe and her stupid fans or her villains, whatever, her people that she has helping her fight, they hear a message on the little walkie-talkie in Stiles' Jeep. And it's Gerard being like, har har, I know where all your friends are. So he tells them that Mason, Corey, Liam, Theo, and Melissa are at the hospital. So we have Mason and Corey being like blah 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 blah, and they were like, what if we die, this and this and this. So then I was like, they're gonna kiss each other, aren't they? Because they're like, if we die we might as well. And I'm like, of course. So then they kissed each other, and I was like, good then, because this whole episode they were like basically having them non-existent, and I was like, whatever happened to Corey? All the other episodes I was really like, whatever happened to him, but they finally brought him back for this. And so they kissed each other, and then they were like, well, we have to go. And I was like, he's going to turn them both invisible, isn't he? Because that's how Mason and Corey fight. Everybody knows that. Corey holds Mason's hands, and they turn invisible, because obviously he's the only one with invisible powers, even though I don't know how his powers transfer to his crusty, dusty boyfriend. But whatever. So moving along, we get to Jackson. And I said Jackson is a Kanama, and this part was so predictable because I was like, he's gonna kill the man with his tail, isn't he? So then he choked the man with his tail, and I'm like, of course, whatever. And they get to working out their plan, where everybody's gonna go. Basically, they decide that Lydia and Stiles go to where Gerard is holding Jackson and Ethan. And everybody else basically goes to school. And they're like, we're going to need Peter and this and this and this. And as you know, in this, they're fighting the monster with the 2 faces, and you can't look at it. Otherwise, you'll die. I'm skipping a lot because whatever. But basically, so Peter goes to the school, and I said he's going to die first, isn't he? He didn't die, but I mean, I was like, he's going to get got first because Peter is stupid. Everybody knows that. So he went into the school, and he froze first. And I was like, of course he freezes first. So, continuing along, basically, as we go along this episode, everybody is getting turned into statues. And here's the thing where they clearly lost their special effects budget, because tell me why. Tell me why I've seen better special effects in low-budget movies from 1979. Tell me why tell me why these special effects look so tragic. Oh my Jesus, this is 2017, not 1985. These special effects, Jesus Christ, these are killing my eyes. You could have made better special effects in Windows Movie Maker. Seriously, bye. Anyways, so basically everybody gets turned into a statue except for Lydia. Except for Lydia and Styles and Scott. Everybody else is a statue though. But obviously not Liam and Theo and Mason and Corey or Melissa because they're obviously at the hospital. So yeah, whatever. And while everybody is getting turned into statues, Scott is trying to fight the thing in the library, and Melissa is with all the other kids at the hospital, and she's trying to fight and help them all, and she gets Nolan to help her because he was stupid and didn't really know which side he was going to be on anyways. Continuing along. Before everybody got turned into statues, when Scott and Lydia went to find Jackson after he killed the man, he was like, we have to find Ethan. And they were all like, what? Why? Thinking he did something to Ethan, probably being like, what did you do? Why this and this and this? And then they were like, oh. They finally realized that he and Ethan were boyfriends, and they skipped over that and jumped along and found Ethan.
How did you get out before me?
Oh, I talked my way out of it.
You used the tail, didn't you?
You still have a tail.
So gross.
So whatever, everybody goes to the school and everybody gets frozen because everybody's stupid. So basically then they have Scott fighting with this thing. I forget its name, like seriously, I forget. Oh, also they brought back, what's her name? I forget her name, but they brought back the stupid teacher lady with the two faces that tried to kill Lydia in like season 3, and she was in love with Derek, and that's how she tricked him. But I'm like, he should have never opened his eyes. I knew it was a trick. Like, was I supposed to be shocked that she was trolling him? Because I wasn't. Anyways, back to Scott in the library. So they bring back all these characters from better seasons, and I'm like, it's so tragic, because they brought back the Nogitsune from season 3, which was the best season, and I was like, I love the Nogitsune so much, so why did they do this to my soul? They brought back the those things from season 4, I forget what they are, but the ones with the bones on their face, and they're like this. When I remember their name, I'll put it across the screen, because I forgot what those things are called, but they brought those back. They brought back the, I forget what these are called too, because I haven't seen season 3 in so long, but they brought back the, those monsters that were fighting with the Nogitsune, like it's soldiers, they brought those back. The ones that fight with the sword and left the number 5 on everybody's behind their ear, they brought those back too. So then at this point, they had Scott being like, there is no other choice, and I'm like, huh? So then he started scratching his eyes, and I'm like, what the? My eyes did not deserve to witness this. Like,
Hell to the no, no. Hell.
Like, why did you do this? This is the stupidest life decision. So then we get back to Gerard, and he, oh my gosh, I forgot. Parrish. They had Parrish in Eichen House, and all the deputies had him in thing. And I said, this was the thing I always liked about Teen Wolf. They always had the young people being like hardy hard to the old people, then getting kicked straight in the back by somebody old. And he was like, let Parrish go. And they were like, yeah, right, we're not going to do that. You're raggedy. And he was like, well, there's only 3 of you and 1 of me. And they were like, but you're like 98. And he was like, hardy har har. And punched them all in the face and was like, let him go. And they were like, okay, geez, you don't have to be so raggedy. So he punched them all in the face. And they let Parrish go. And I was like, good then, because Parrish is pure and good.
What are you, 90? Look, I can probably kick your ass up and down this room. Okay. Alright, wait.
Continuing along. We get back to Scott in this thing. So Scott scratched his eyes out, even though I don't know why you would do that, because you could have put tape, you could have put a blindfold, you could have even hot glued your eyes together before you literally claw your eyeballs. Like, there is no reason for that in my opinion. Anyway, so he clawed up his eyes.
can't beat me. I'm not afraid of you.
And he was like, I can fight you this and this and this because I'm not scared of you and this and this and this. And I forget what happens, but basically he gets the stupid thing to turn itself into a statue. And when it turns into a statue, everybody else comes out of their statue form and turns back into living, and they're no longer statues. And I'm like, this low budget 2D special effects. I cannot, I will not, and I shall not. So then they have Jackson and Ethan being like, oh my gosh, finally we're together again. Is it over? And yes, I was like, yes, yes, yes. They brought back the coach for the last 5 scenes. And I said the coach is actually the thing. Coach and Paris are actually the two people that made every single season of Teen Wolf the best things in history.
Jackson.
Is it over?
Now it's over.
So, yeah, so then after Scott gets it to turn itself back into a crusty, dusty statue, because it was like, you're never gonna hold me, you can't make me beat on. Oh my gosh, I remember how he got it to die. He didn't even kill it. Styles killed it because Styles poured mountain ash all over it, and it was like, no, why would you do this? So then it turns into a statue, and they go back to the hospital after everybody comes back to life. So at the hospital, they had Liam and Theo fighting basically the rest of Monroe's army, trying to fight them, whatever. And then Melissa helps, and Mason and Corey finally come back at the end, and they basically end it all. And that's it. But one of the boys that was with Nolan, he gets shot, and I was like, he was annoying anyway, so I mean, anywho. So he dies, basically. I was like, did anybody actually care if he died or not? Like, tell me, did anybody ever actually, was there anybody really crying for him? I think not. So anyways, he dies.
It hurts. It hurts.
So we get back to Scott and all the rest of them. And he's basically about to die. And they're like, you have to heal 111. And he's like, no, I refuse to heal. You can't make me blah, 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 blah. Because he scratched his eyes out, and they're like, if you don't heal soon, your eyes are going to stay like that forever. And he's still sitting there like,
look at me. Yes, you can. Just concentrate.
I can't do it.
Yes, you can. Scott, please just look at me.
he was sitting there like, my eyes, I'm dying, 111. So then Malia kissed him, kind of like how Allison did in, I think it was season 3, yeah, when he wasn't healing. So he healed 111. So then they had him going back to his stupid narration, being like, and then this and this and this happened, and basically life was all good because everything got reversed. Like I said, I was right because everything got reversed, and everybody was like, oh yay. They did both of what I said. I said they're either going to kill everybody or everything's going to get reversed and they're going to make it fine again. Then at the end they just show all the couples happily together 1-1, and I said, even though I didn't really care about them that much, and it was kind of just a last minute, let's fling this storyline together to bring back a character. The ending that they showed with Jackson and Ethan was cute. The little part with them in the window back at their apartment in England, that was cute.
The rest of us have been looking for others. Like you.
So basically they're all just telling him there will always be people out to get you, but as long as you have people that care about you and love you, then that will outweigh the people out to get you. So basically 111, that was the ending of Teen Wolf, and I said it was better than I thought it was going to be, but it was like still predictable and still somewhat how I thought it was going to be, but it was a little bit better than I thought it was going to be. So all in all, I'll give it 3.5 stars cause for effort. So yep. Oh Jesus. So that is the last episode of Teen Wolf Review, and thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.